and we're Girl Scouts of Taiwan. So welcome everyone to the session. And first of all, we're going to invite our Chief Commissioner to give us a brief opening remarks. So the floor is yours.
Just for a few words, so we can really begin the section for all four speakers. So really thank you for your coming. I'm Jessica, the Chief Commissioner of Girl Scouts of Taiwan. This seminar is organized by GST and collaborated with GSUSA, WACS, the World Association of Girl Guiding and Girl Scouting, and the ICW, the International Council of Women. They each have a representative here. So for your information, Girl Scouts of Taiwan was founded in 1958, offers non-formal education focused on equipping and empowering girls and young women in life skills, leadership, advocacy on social issues and gender equality. So far, GST has over 15,000 active members and 3,000 volunteers. Today's topic is poverty alleviation, empowering girls through financial literacy. We Girl Scouts use cookie program that girls buy the cookies and resell them to educate girls about financial planning and implementation. The three Girl Scouts will share their experience regarding the issue as how to empower girls financially. And the Lillian of ICW will address the issue as how to create an environment in which girls can be embedded with financial preparedness. We can then compare the local adaptation in European, African, American, and Asian context. To begin with, I would like to thank you for all your participation. And as you might have known, Taiwan is not a member of UN, and the Taiwanese lack access to the international participation. So that's why we GST actively engage in NGO CSW in hopes of being connected and our voice being heard. Let's move to our speaker, Lydia. Lydia from the GST, she has prepared her bio and very good at a selfie. So, Lydia, the floor is yours.
So, hello everyone, this is Lydia, and selfie one, and then go to another one. So, this is Lydia from Girl Scouts of Taiwan, and I'm really happy and it's my honor to represent Girl Scouts of Taiwan to talk about our financial literacy education. So in today's agenda, I will talk with the three different parts. First is that I will definitely talk about my journey in Girl Scout and how also we wax. And also the second one, we will talk about our financial literacy education program. And then finally, we will come with the conclusions. So, actually, Girl Scout really opened my door to the world, because like Girl Scout gave me lots of different opportunity to make the connection with our international friends and also bring me to here. And I joined Girl Scout since I was 12, and till now it's about 2 decades. And my first global event, actually, I was about 18, and I was attend the World Conference. And I met my role models and also get some inspiration. At that conference, I feel like, wow, when women gathering together, actually, we can change our world, because people here, there are so many inspiration and powerful women, and they are trying to commit to the world, and we do believe we can change. But we need to come with the reality, is that when I go to the international events, we need the resources. I need funding, actually, because I truly believe women need to be independent. Financial independence is really important. Is that I would not always like to rely on my parents to access to give my money and to let me to go to international events. So I need to allocate the budgets. I need to plan how much money I will spend on this budget. Like when I go to Hong Kong, when I go to India. when I come to US today. So how can I find myself and how can I get a cheaper price? And that was all what I'm thinking about. So, and this is how Girl Scouts that teach me to become like this. And you may wonder, like, why do you learn from your school, and why you learn from Girl Scouts, not from your school? And I can give you the brief, like our current education in Taiwan. And you may know we are from Asia. So Asia and Taiwan, actually our formal education was like school. Students need to have school from 8 to 5, and we also have Korean school till 9, and even to 10, even to 11. And since when we get school, and even you go high school, you'll be higher and higher and higher. So we learn Chinese, math, English, and social science, and also lots of physical. But those knowledge really cannot practice to your life, to be honest. So students feel boring about learning, and they don't know why we need to learn, and they cannot feel the knowledge is powerful for them because this is too far away from it. And I do believe Girl Scout program fill in the gap for this. So let me jump to the topic, like how do Girl Scouts of Taiwan we do the financial literacy program. So in this process, actually we do with the 3 different process. First one is we do for the planning. So for the planning one, actually we will ask our girl to set up some objectives. So we will discuss like how much cookies we would like to sell, and also how many people we would like to engage, something like this. And also we will come with we need to design our plan. So what is the communication plan, and how can I get the resources? And Girl Scouts, actually, we are really focused on teamwork. I think that's what Girl Scouts we know. So we focus on teamwork, so we need to decide it. So girls need to negotiate with others, and then come with the final one, with the winner one will become that at that time. And then we will go with the financial management. Financial management including resource allocation. And so some of my girls, they will get the resources like from their home, like they think they can bring to the table. And another thing is about the budgeting. So girls need to calculate how many like cookies program. They need to think about how money I can afford about this. So how much money I need to ask for my parents, and then how can I give back for it. And then also risk management. That do I when I go to the outside, and how many do I will face any risks I need to be concerned. And later, I think that was really important for Girl Scouts is that we would do reflections. So we truly will ask every girl, how do you feel in this program? And what is your strength in this activity? And what do you think we can do better next time? So we create a safe space because we allow all the girls to make mistakes, because we truly believe that when girls make a mistake, they will grow. Because we will help you grow, and we believe you will grow. And we try to build your confidence during when you are learning process. Because everyone has a learning cycle. But when we step to the society, sometimes society don't say you cannot make any mistakes, or otherwise we will lay out you. But in Girl Scout is that we believe that everyone can make mistakes. And in the mistakes, you will grow, and you will learn, and you will become the future leaders. So let me give you some example we have. And I was a unit leader with the 11 to 13 girls, and in this program is that we ask our girls to fund themselves for their traveling funds, and so they need to sell some goods to the fairs. So here have some highlights I can share with you. Is that first is that in Girl Scout we are asked for girls to have peer learning. So actually we are not teach them; they need to teach each others. So when they share their thoughts to others, and they will grow because they need to use their language to teach instead of use our language. Some of you may think that there's not a generation gap, but yeah, it is. Sometimes it is because I don't use TikTok, by the way. So you do have some gap between me and my girls, but girls can talk with each other and then can learn with each other. And second is I really like Girl Scouts is learning by doing. So actually in this progress the winner project that was the project that there is a leader comes to me to say, hey Lydia, I didn't think that project will work with the customers because customers maybe don't like this. So would you like to change them? Like, would you like to like change your project like this? And my girls just say, I would just say, hold on, we won't change this, because we will ask our girls to do, because no one will know the future, and just let girls to practice, just let girls to learn how was it. So finally, we will ask our girls to say, hey, how do you feel like this? So it's kind of like learning from it. And also we let our girls to try. And also when they make some mistakes, and we will focus on what is the process and how do you think we can do better next time. So girls build the confidence during the process, and they will more trust the environment, and they will grow with the safe space. And another one, so the impact from this is that we found out our girls after the event is that they become more financial responsibility. They start to know that actually learning money is not that easy. So when they spend their pocket money, they started to think about, oh, I should not put too many money in candies, and I should save my money, I should keep my money, because earning money is not that easy, I thought. And another one is that they learn the risk management and also learn how to allocate the resource. Another cases I would like to share with you. Actually, there was inspired by Girl Scouts of USA. It's about your cookies program, because everyone come to me to say, oh, do Taiwan sell the Girl Scout? Do Taiwan sell the good cookies? Because cookies is so like famous in USA. We don't hear about you sell the cookies. So we do sell the cookies in Taiwan, and we bring our cookies like in some corner you will see later. Okay, so yeah, we sell cookies, because cookies program, we do believe it can help us to shape our girls their entrepreneurship style. And some highlights I can bring with you. Oh, here's our cookies. Yeah, I will put here as my representative. Okay, which yes, and our cookies program is that we do social media competitions, because we know you've actually used lots of the Instagram and like TikToks or even Facebook. So we ask them to record and film and photos. So they will use their creativity and also build the strategic mindset as well. So for the conclusion, I would like to highlight for two for this presentation. First is that I found actually non-formal education is very crucial role in Taiwan, because you do fill in the gap between the school educations. And we do bring some hands-on experience for girls, and they will grow with our safe space. Another thing is that we find a benefit for the financial literacy education, because we notice that girls become more financial independency, and also they become like more responsible for their life. So together, we are asking you to support and to be with us to create a folk work together. Let's stay connected. And this is about my presentation. Thank you.
We will just share with her experience as a leader in educating girls about the financial planning. She also pointed out the importance of a financial literacy program to them. So I think we can have our second speaker, Abraham, to elaborate this point. Abraham is an 8th grade student with a rich experience in cookie selling. She is the one of the top cookie sellers in Eastern Washington and North Idaho Council in GSUSA. The last record she had is selling more than 4,000 boxes of cookies within a month. Today, she will discuss about how the cookie program equips her with financial literacy and what skills she learned from the program to become financially independent. Thank you. The floor is yours.
Hello, my name is Abriette. I am a Girl Scout from Eastern Washington and Northern Idaho. I have been a top cookie seller for 6 years now, selling over 2,000 boxes of cookies each year. Today, I'm going to talk about financial literacy and the Girl Scout cookie program. Wow Delicious is more than just cookies. What I have learned from cookie sales includes establishing targets, money management, budgeting, dedication, responsibility, perseverance, and people skills. My journey through cookie selling has been a wild ride, but the skills that I have gained makes it all worth it. I started at Girl Scouts when I was in the 1st grade at 7 years old. I was not an outgoing girl, and I am still not, but back then I was very shy and couldn't even talk to adults. I can't really remember the first couple of years, but my 3rd year was when I first hit 2,000 boxes, and I had a person to motivate me. My troop leader's daughter was in high school, and I heard that she was aiming for 2,000 boxes and a water park reward. That sold me. I started getting serious about cookie selling, and I would sell my whole spring break. It was a lot of work, and I was still a little scared. Then, on to my 4th year, right before cookie sales started, COVID hit. No one really knew what to do then, so we had to get creative. One of my best friends made a video talking about cookies, which sparked an idea. I would also make a video to sell cookies, but it was not a normal video. It was a rap video. I worked with my brother who was into creating music, and he started a beat. We would spend days creating lyrics about all the different cookies and why people should buy them. It took a lot of work and recording sessions, but after we created the music, we did the video for it, and that also took a lot of takes. Then we posted it on my mom's social media, and later someone turned it into local news. Without going to boost to sell, I sold over 2,000 boxes. My 5th year was more normal, although I had to wear masks, but my 6th year was one of my best. I wanted to really push myself and see how far I could go. It wasn't as far as I could go, but it pushed it. I sold like I usually would, and I sold the most I've ever sold, which was over 4,200 boxes. On to my 7th year, it was bumpy. Our council's cookie selling was pushed forward where I couldn't sell on my spring break, which is where I do most of my cookie selling. I was even gone for a few days on the trip in the middle of cookie selling. I missed 10 days of cookie selling and sold for 14. That was a lot of slack that I had to pick up, but I pushed through it because that was my job, and I had to fulfill my duty for me, my troop, and my council. It wasn't my highest, but it wasn't my lowest amount of boxes sold. However, I was proud of myself for selling over 3,000 boxes in such a short amount of time. Another thing that really helped with cookies was digital cookie. I don't think I could have sold most of my cookies without it. I've caught so many people on the way out of the store without cash, and once I say we take card, I sell a few more. Financial literacy, especially through the Girl Scout cookie program, is important because it grants girls independence. It opens the doors for new experiences, including opportunities to travel and try new things. Selling cookies is a lot of work, but with hard work comes great reward, is what they say. And most of my experiences have been through cookie selling. A safari trip in Florida, sleeping on a submarine, I even signed up for a destination with my best friend because of all the money I earned from selling cookies. My destination is to England, France, Ireland, and Scotland, and is a little more than $5,000. And because of how many cookies I sell, my cookie dough money, which is money through Girl Scouts that I have earned, pays for my trip. It is also my first time going abroad, and with Girl Scouts teaching me financial independence, I can. I want to do this destination because it's about learning about different cultures and history, which broadens my perspective on numerous things, and is a form of education. I earned all my money from Girl Scouts because of my time dedication towards cookie selling. Cookie sales are about a month long, and it's in the time my spring break is. I do 8 hours of booths every day of my spring break and weekends, and after school every day I sell 2 to 3 hours. The reason how I sell this many cookies is because I set goals for myself to reach, and I usually try to sell more than the previous year. I can only do these things because of the targets, budgeting, and money management that I have learned in the Girl Scout cookie program. The only way I could achieve any of these things I do is because of the support of my family, friends, and community. My family pushes me to do my best, which everyone needs someone to push them. My friends encourage me and lift me up when I'm having a hard time with selling. And my community. They always, oh my gosh. My community, my troop supports me. My teachers at school always buy for me and show me that they believe in me. And it's the same for my softball team, which I just joined.
I also want to show some photos.
Yeah.
Oh, the other side.
Yeah. I've never worked on these before.
Aww.
Okay. That's during cookie sales, and it's called Last Chance, and you just have to sign up, so get those extra boxes in. This was also during COVID with my best friend that I'm going on my destination with. Since we couldn't do booths at stores, we do pop-up booths. So this one was at her grandma's house, and we just sell on the street. This is her again with me when I think my second year joining. I always used to do my booths with her. It makes time go by faster. And that's me in the freezing cold. I sew through any type of weather, and that one, I remember that one. That's how cold it was. That's also me in the pouring rain with my dad holding the umbrellas over me so I can sell. And that's another one. And we're at our local news station, and they let us set up a little pop-up booth. And those are little cookie costumes that our council has to get people's attention. That's it.
Thank you, Abraham. Abraham could make her dream true because she set a goal and successfully implemented it with the self-discipline and budgeting in mind. She also mentioned that family and friends support, even pushing, is essential for her success. I think that's also connected to our third speaker, the next point. So, the NET is the WAC's Global Advocacy Champion this year. She is from Tunisia, dedicating to drive the changes in her community's tradition, norms, and mindset. As a business student, the NET collaborates with people from diverse backgrounds and to inspire girls and women to entrust their capacities in changing the world. She has actively engaged in fostering girls' financial literacy in her community through her professional background and internship experience. So, floor is yours, Lynette.
Thank you so much, Jessica. It's been a good day, everyone. I'm so happy, and it's a pleasure to gather here today to address a pressing issue, the financial literacy. Allow me first to introduce myself. So my name is Zeynep Touhemi. I'm 22 years old, a Tunisian girl, and I'm here at the CSW68 as a global advocacy champion with the World Organization of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts. Additionally, I'm a business student deeply invested in this cause. So first of all, let's begin by acknowledging the pivotal role parents play as the primary guides and educators in a girl's life. Parents are the initial source of influence and shape the environment in which a girl grows, fostering independence and confidence equally. The home should be a haven where girls are encouraged to surpass boundaries and believe in their capabilities, setting the stage for their exploration of the world without constraints. Moving beyond the home, the educational system plays a crucial role in combating financial literacy. Unfortunately, many schools lack comprehensive financial education programs, leaving students unprepared for financial responsibilities and independence. This gap is particularly concerning for girls, as it perpetuates systemic inequalities, especially for those facing economic hardship. By integrating financial literacy programs into early education, we can empower girls from all backgrounds to navigate the complexities of finance with confidence. When addressing financial literacy among women, We must confront systemic barriers that hinder their access to equal opportunities and resources. Women often face discrimination in the workforce, resulting in lower pay and limited career advancement. Community engagement is vital in breaking down these barriers and empowering women to excel in every aspect of life, professionally and personally speaking. So now I'm gonna talk about some Tunisian program examples for women that have been launched by the Women's Ministry with collaboration with the United Nations. The first program is Raida. Okay. Just a second. Okay. So Raida is a Tunisian word which means a businesswoman who leads the way and who takes action. Actually, it's a women economic initiative program. It was established to enshrine state policy with regard to employment in general, and particularly to supporting the private initiative in compliance with the goals of the 5-year plan from 2015 until 2020 in particular. The program is being implemented in cooperation with the Tunisian Solidarity Bank, BTS, and it targets women willing to create SMEs. In fact, the program succeeded in financing more than 3,000 projects up to the end of 2018 and hopes to reach 8,000 projects by the end of 2020. Now, I'm going to leave you with 2 success stories from Raida's program. The first success story with us is Safej Jawedi, a girl from Touzer, a place in the south of Tunisia, where we have desert actually. So Safej simply dreams of water, a scarce resource in a landscape of mesmerizing beauty that radiates in silence. Despite its scarcity, the young hydraulic engineer Safej has managed to harness it to provide access to the inhabitants of her region thanks to her expertise. The second woman with us is actually Reem Amri. So Reem was born in Sidi Bouzid, a rural place actually in Tunisia. In 2018, motivated by ambition and the desire to be with her mother, who lives alone, considering her expertise and the agricultural nature of her region, her initial idea was to start a business extracting essential oils, but upon further investigation of this market, she changed her mind, the young biologic recounts. After that, we have the second program with us. It's a program to support women's participation in decision-making and public life. Given the importance of the challenges raised by Tunisia's orientation towards decentralization with regard to development issues in both rural and urban areas, in public life and decision-making, the Ministry of Women, Family, Childhood and Seniors developed this program starting from 2016 until 2020 as well. This program aims at supporting women political empowerment through enhancing their participation in public and political life with a view to improve her presence in decision-making and leadership positions. This goal will be achieved through training, capacity building, awareness raising, and advocacy campaigns, and particularly through enabling women lacking national identity cards to obtain them and exercise their right to vote. So, changemakers worldwide have the power to enact tangible solutions and allocate resources to uplift women economically. For instance, initiatives like the Women's Ministry of Tunisia have demonstrated the impact of targeted financial support in empowering women and fostering economic independence. Within the realm of Girl Guides and Scouting, organizations like the World Organization of Girl Guides and Girl the World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts, I'm so sorry for that, are at the forefront of empowering girls through financial programs by providing examples of successful initiatives such in Tunisia or globally. We can highlight the transformative impact of financial education on young girls. In closing, I'd like to share with you a quote that resonates deeply with me. Ladies, dare to go beyond your limits to achieve beyond your dreams. While life presents challenges, success is attainable through perseverance and the belief in oneself. Let us remain steadfast in our ambitions, resilient in the face of adversity, and unwavering in our pursuit of excellence. Remember, with determination and dedication, every dream is within reach. Thank you all.
Thank you, Zainab, for sharing her observation on Tunisia's program to combat women's financial illiteracy. But actually, I remember that yesterday when we did the rehearsal, you mentioned the dropout, the program to combat the dropout rate, girls dropout program. Yeah. So I think that's very astonishing achievement. So maybe we can come back for the second round and we can share more about it.
Now or after?
I think after. Because I think a policy, then we can have the Vivian to talk really about the policy. Vivian is the European President of the International Council of Women and the Vice President of the European Women's Lobby and the co-founder and the chair of Observatory of Violence Against Women. Besides, Vivian has been a member of the Parliament since 2004 and a former deputy to the mayor in the municipality of Eindhoven.
Yeah, in Brussels, municipality in Brussels.
Okay. With the distinguished political experience and activism, she has launched initiatives to advance the rights and opportunities of women to improve their financial status. For example, she implemented the first gender budgeting in Belgium's municipality and works on the gender-based economic violence, such as pay and pension gaps. So, as a president of several influential women's organizations and a writer, she continued to advocate for inclusive policies that emphasize gender equality and social justice. So, welcome, Vivian.
Thank you so much, Jessica, for your introduction. And first of all, I would like a huge applause for those young women because I think they are incredible. Thank you. I don't know really if you want to hear more about policies, but I'll do some more theoretical remarks, but I really think that you understood and grasped the necessities of how it is to work in this man's world and how to overcome all those difficulties. So I'm really admiring your incentive and your driven will. Maybe I wanted to start by saying that we should remember, and in this CSW in particular, that poverty has a feminine face, and that's why it's so important what you're doing here and why we are all here at this CSW. Women remain less likely to participate in the labor market than men. They are more likely to be unemployed than men. They are overrepresented in informal economy, in vulnerable employment, in domestic work, and as a result, women are less paid than men, and there is this pay gap that we live throughout our life, and that then determines, unfortunately, the pension gap that we have as elderly women. Also, it's important to mention that poverty very often women's poverty very often remains invisible in statistics and in the lack of data. And that's also something that we need to work on if we want to fight poverty. So, in order to answering the questions that you've asked me to regarding ensuring that financial education programs are inclusive and cater to the diverse needs and backgrounds of young girls, including those from marginalized communities, it requires a comprehensive approach that addresses various aspects of inclusivity, and I wanted just to point out some ideas that can be food for thought. First, is this mic okay? Because I have the impression that it resonates. No?
It's fine.
Or it's a
put it on the stand.
I talk too loud, actually. Okay, perfect. First of all, we need to develop financial educational materials that are tailored to the specific needs, to the specific interests and background of young girls. Consider incorporating examples and case studies that will resonate with their experiences and realities. Secondly, it's important to recognize and respect cultural differences and nuances when designing financial educational programs. Ensure that the content is culturally sensitive and does not reinforce stereotypes or biases. Otherwise, even if the content of the material is excellent, it might miss the target of being inclusive and miss the target of education, as the student might not feel involved or motivated, or then might drop out. Thirdly, language accessibility is important to mention. Offer financial educational materials in multiple languages to accommodate girls from diverse linguistic backgrounds. Provide translations or interpretations as needed to ensure comprehension. A fourth point I wanted to make is partner, and you said it, or one or two of you said it, partner with community organizations. That's important because that serve marginalized communities to understand their unique needs and challenges, collaborate with these organizations to co-create and deliver financial educational programs that will be relevant and effective. Also, it's important to connect young girls with role models and mentors from similar backgrounds who have experience managing and financing successfully. These role models can provide guidance, inspiration, practical advice. I think you mentioned it, how important it was for you. And I really want to stress this point on mentoring, because mentoring plays a crucial role in really promoting financial literacy among young girls for different reasons. Mentoring provides guidance, support, encouragement to young girls as they navigate the complexities of personal finance, but they also serve as trusted advisors who can answer questions, offer advice, provide practical tips based on their own experiences. Mentors serve as positive role models for young girls, but they can also demonstrate responsible financial behaviors and decision-making skills. By observing their mentors, girls can learn by example and then develop their own habits themselves. Mentors can provide personal tailored advice to the individual needs and circumstances of each mentee. It's not like it's the global set of rules. It's really tailored to the person, and it can help the girl set the financial rules, financial codes, create a budget, develop saving plans, make informed decisions about spending, about savings, about investing. So that's really a key point. Also, mentors empower young girls by equipping them with the knowledge, with the skills, and confidence to take control over their own finances. Through mentoring relationships, girls can learn to do advocacy for themselves, make independent financial decisions, overcome the obstacles that they may encounter on the way, because we know from many returns of experiences that it's more difficult for women to obtain finances, to obtain loans. it's sometimes more difficult for them to start a business, to become an entrepreneur. And so mentors really can have this key role in helping. Also, I think mentors can connect young girls with valuable networking opportunities, such as introductions to professionals in the financial industry or access internships and job opportunities. And these connections can then open doors to provide girls with valuable insights and experiences to further their financial literacy and career aspirations. I'm still on mentoring because it's important. I think mentoring relationships also can have a long-term impact on young girls' success. By investing in mentoring early on, girls can develop those strong foundation on financial literacy skills that will serve them throughout their lives, enabling them to achieve the goals and aspirations, as some of you mentioned. But mentoring can also help break down the barriers that may prevent young girls, especially those from marginalized communities, from accessing financial education and resources. So mentors really can provide additional support and advocacy to ensure that have equal opportunities to learn about and engage with financial literacy. And it will also help to introduce to peer-to-peer learning and networks. So I think really overall mentoring plays a vital role in promoting all this. 2 or 3 other points maybe is to recognize and address the systemic barriers that may prevent young girls from marginalized communities from accessing financial education. And poverty is clearly one of those points. The lack of access to education, surely, but also discrimination. I don't think we should avoid that point. Advocate for policies and initiatives that promote equity and inclusion in education and finance, addressing those systemic barriers that prevent, I'm little over 1 more minute if I can conclude, but it's essential to promote equity and ensuring necessary literacy skills. And some key systemic barriers need strategies to address them. I think about many girls from marginalized communities that attend schools that lack resources and opportunities for comprehensive financial education. Addressing this barrier requires improving the quality of the education in the underserved communities by providing adequate funding and sources and teachers in those schools and areas. That's very important. Economic barriers often prevent girls from marginalized communities from accessing these educational programs and resources. So it's important to tackle those barriers. Cultural and social norms may discourage girls, especially those from marginalized communities, from pursuing education and empowerment opportunities, including financial education. Also, we need to be aware of geographic isolation, because in rural areas, for instance, or remote areas, those girls may face geographic isolation, making it difficult to access financial educational programs and resources. So address this barrier is also very important to expand the reach of these financial education initiatives. Maybe lastly, discrimination and inequality based on factors such as race, ethnicity, socioeconomic status, disabilities can create barriers to access financial education for girls and from girls from marginalized communities. So addressing those barriers require addressing the root causes of discrimination and inequality through policy changes, through advocacy efforts, through initiatives aimed at promoting equity and inclusion in education and finances. And if we address all this, I think then we may have a strong future leadership of girls that can access whatever they want to and live their dreams the way they should be allowed to. Thank you.
Thank you, Vivian. I'm so glad that you brought the point of mentorship. And actually in Girl Scouting, we do have leaders and trainers try to lead the group of girls so that they can be sure to learn the methods and the ways. I think then actually on the floor we have Sarah from the GSUSA. She actually coached the girls, it's a 5-year girls, right? To do the cookie program. I think that's so valuable experience. So I would like Sarah also share to the floor.
Hello, I'm Sarah. I'm actually here for GSUSA, but also Eastern Washington, Northern Idaho with Agriette. And I work for our Girl Scout Council, but I'm also a co-leader for my niece's Girl Scout troop. She's a 2nd grader now, so 3rd year Girl Scout. When she started, they were 5 years old. In their first cookie season, we sat them down. It was on paper, but it was really like blocks. Because you girls are going to be the ones selling the cookies. Why are we selling them? We started with goal setting. And what do you want to do? They wanted to go get ice cream. So we have to remember, these girls are 2nd grade. 3 years ago in kindergarten, we were just, kind of still in some COVID. We were still wearing masks everywhere. These girls had spent their toddler years not being out with other people. So going to ice cream, oh my gosh, that was so exciting. They wanted to go roller skating. 5-year-olds roller skating is super cute. They wanted to ride the carousel. So how are we going to do these things? So on paper we had blocks that said, with different colors. Like, this is how much it's going to cost for ice cream for all of us. This is how much roller skating. This is how much the carousel. And then we had a big sheet, again with the blocks that showed this is how much we all sell 2 or 100 boxes of cookies. This is how much money we make. If everyone sells 200 boxes, this is what we'll make. And so they were able to take their blocks and line them up with how much money the troop would earn. And so it was a really good visual. We can talk about dollars to 5-year-olds, but they didn't really understand that. But showing them with the blocks, they were able to see it. So they were able to start their goal setting. We worked with them on how to count back change. So our cookies are $5 a box in Eastern Washington and Northern Idaho. And so if somebody buys 3 boxes, but they give you $20, now the girls, they know they can count by their 5s now. They're starting to learn that. So, box 1 is $5, $10, $15. How much money can we give them back? $20. So they're learning to count back change, which is super cool for them. They're just getting ready. Tomorrow, all of the girls, nope, just joking, Sunday, all of the girls get their cookies. So in Eastern Washington, Northern Idaho, we start this next week having cookies in hand. So they're starting their 3rd cookie season. It's really exciting to watch them with their planning that they have now. This one.
Thank you, Sarah. And also, Zainab, you want to talk about?
Hello again. So actually the question is, what is the question? Yeah. From your personal experience, have you encountered any difficulties when fostering girls' ability and financial independence at the local or regional level? Well, to be honest, from my personal experience, I've never encountered any difficulties because I have an open-minded family and a father side by side with me who is always supporting me in every decision I make, who is always sponsoring me. And I'm actually the most girl that spends money in my family, so I'm the famous one. But talking from another perspective, I've seen lots of girls facing those issues, unfortunately. And all of that is depending on if you get access to education or not. So a girl, if she drops out of school so early and eventually get this early marriage with this rich guy, let's say, she will spend her whole life depending on him, asking him for his permission to give her money to do something. Sometimes even give her money for only buying food or menstrual hygiene products, which is insane actually. So yeah, that is actually one of the hugest issues and problems girls face. The enabling girls to access education, to go to college, to be financially independent, to go look for a job, to look after herself, is gonna eventually make her dependent of her family, siblings, whoever the one who will give her money eventually. So yeah, that's it. And I don't think that is only locally speaking. I think it's globally speaking. So that's why I do go with Vivian when she said mentoring and access to education is crucial for girls, because when you access education, when you go get a job, when you go follow your dreams, eventually no man in a room will tell you what to do. You're not only going to have a seat at the table, but also lead the whole table. So you'll be the change maker in the table. Thank you.
That actually echoes Vivian's point about the geographical isolation, yeah, especially for the rural areas in Africa. I think that's a really, really important, crucial issue we need to take care of. And so now we can open the question to the floor. Does anyone would like to address? Yeah, please. Sorry, please state your name and affiliation before you raise the question.
Thank you so much. My name is Koski Adimoku. I'm from Azokai Chataklabi Foundation, Nigeria. Although I'm volunteering, but this subject is very, very important to me because of the girls I work with, young teenage mothers. So I just thought I should ask, how do you recruit girls into this program? How I would just like to have some more information about that.
So, any Girl Scout want to take the class?
How do they recruit girls? When I first joined Girl Scouts, apparently, I don't really remember this, but my mom told me, I came home with a flyer. So in my school, they would always hand out flyers to like new troops and everything, and there was a new troop in our school. So I decided to join it. And then the next year, my second year, my best friend, she's like, oh, you're doing Girl Scouts. I want to do that too. So she joined it. So I feel like it's all about like connections and like you like influencing other girls to join it. And I think that's how most girls join.
So yeah. Okay, so for me, like actually in Girl Scout, from my understanding, actually we are over 150 in WACs. So we have like community-based and like school-based troop, and in Taiwan actually it's half-half. So some of the Girl Scouts actually they join the Scout club in their school. So there's one leader and they take care about like 35 students during the club time. So students will select, they know scouting or they know Girl Scout during the during club presentation. So some of like leaders or some of like sisters like her and will share their experience, and they find, oh, that was interesting. So they join the school club. And some of them, like us, we are community-based, and we are similar like fires like this. So we will deliver like something like cinema, and we will present how the Girl Scout work, and we will go to the community for community work. Like we will ask our girls to volunteer in the community, and people see our uniform, like people call us a uniform organization. Like we wear our uniform, and they will recognize our Girl Scouts. So we do very diverse way.
And I think that actually we have a delegate from WAX. And so I think any of you want to share this experience and how did you do in your own country?
Hi everyone, my name is Sasha Lee Thomas and I am also a WISE Global Advocacy Champion and I am from Barbados. So on a national level, Barbados has launched and introduced the National Financial Literacy Program on the school curriculum for 12 secondary schools. Also in Barbados, we have credit unions that provide certificate programs to our youth, which exposes them to financial management, giving them a basic understanding of saving and budgeting. In the Girl Guides Association of Barbados, a badge is being designed in partnership with the financial grouping and has been submitted for approval and inclusion of our ranges of badges. In the Young Leaders Program, another level in the association, financial literacy is also part of their training exposure. Across our programs, even down to patrol leaders at the guide level, taking responsibility for collecting and recording subscriptions can be considered exposure to understanding and handling money, no matter the amount, big or small. I was also a part of a group training program a few years back that was offered to our Girl Guides and Boy Scouts to introduce us to financial matters, understanding basic accounting and bookkeeping in simple, highly interactive ways that provided opportunities and learning value and the use of money for self and our organization to achieve different things. At primary school level, students ages 4 to 10, there is a program called the Savings Club, where students are encouraged to save their money and they can withdraw, but are encouraged not to do so until they leave primary school. Then the account is closed and the students are given their money back. It can also go to secondary school level where they can open up another account. There are various efforts being made to ensure that young people are continuously exposed to financial literacy in Barbados. It is good that through organizations like the World Organization of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts, in our country level badges, seminars, and programs, that young girls are exposed. You support partnerships and expanding the opportunities for more girls and young women to build their skills and capacity in a financial matter. Thank you.
Thank you. So, any other question from the floor? Yeah, please.
Hi, my name is Sandy Liu from ICW, Taiwan. So I want to address the 3 young Scout girls. First, I want to really applaud that you are very encouraged to come and set up this program. And I'd like to know from this type of CSW UN in New York, what do you learn out of it from this event besides yours, or overall, observing the tie back to the topic, how when you grow up, how would you change the world by empower the woman with financial strength? Thank you.
That was my question for my whole life. Okay, thank you so much for this question. It's so good and important, actually. From a girl guide perspective, like when you're young, you see things so easily achieved. Because when you study for 2 hours a day, you can be excellent and you'll be the first in your class. That's so easy. So you think that changing the world is so easy. But growing up, year after year, you acknowledge the important, the crucial things to work on, and the hard things to work on, to not only increase your knowledge, but also influence people. And you try to impact your community at first, because you'll see eventually some problems and issues going around, so you try to fix this. And from the first years of prep school, I think, or high school, you started negotiations with your parents about going out. about taking a decision, about doing something. So that is the first step through advocacy and through changing something, changing someone's perspective or someone's idea. So and it gives it makes your personality strong day after day. But then eventually, after coming to the CSW, okay, so it was a huge opportunity, a great one actually, but I was thinking that actually I'm going to change the world before coming. Like, I'm going to meet with these change makers, and I'm going to negotiate with them, and they're going to listen to me, and I'm going to change the world, change the laws of everything, and etc. But eventually it's not. But the amazing thing about CSW is networking with change makers and seeing the truth, the reality through every different perspective and every different issue. So you start thinking differently. You start emphasizing things also, and it's important to network with change makers. If you don't do a huge change, you're doing a change eventually, whether it's small or it's huge. And if you go through that path, it's your calling. So if you believe in yourself and you always you're always believing in yourself, you'll eventually take that path and change. Will not say change the world, but change something eventually at the end. I don't know if you would want to.
Before I came to CSW, I was clueless. I had no clue any of these things happened. I knew of them, but not to the detail now that I do. How to change and help, the main thing is using your voice. That is the biggest thing, and having courage to use your voice, and then having hope. I think that's also another big thing. You can't change anything to make it better if you don't have hope that it can be changed. So.
So for me, actually, I have work right now. My professional, actually, I work with the Greenpeace as a climate and energy campaigner. So before I come here, so many friends and even my colleagues there, they just cannot understand my decision because they think about why you take annual leave to attend an event. So why you not go to beach, or why do you not go hiking, and why you are stay here to have a speech here and even attend so many sections? They feel so confused, and they say why you need to come here. But when and even I question myself that do I make a good decision? Well, but after I step up to the place, I think I do make a good decision. Because when I come here, I met so many advocacy leaders, and they are really senior, but they are so passionate to the work. So I feel so encouraged, because I do sometimes you work a lot, and you will meet say why I need to do advocacy work and what work when I was pursuing with. But when I talk with so many inspiration leader, and they talk about how do they feel about this work, and although this work is not fear enough, but we will change. And I learn the skills, I build a network with them, and I think this trade is really worth it for me. Even I take my annual leave, I pay a little bit for myself, but I'm very happy to be here. Yeah, hope this answers your questions.
There's a lady behind. Sorry.
Thank you very much. My name is Florence Subut. I come from Kenya. I run an organization called the Women's Chamber that is for empowering women and girls. First, I want to applaud the young speakers in front of me, the panelists who are there with amazing ideas, the things that you have done. Congratulations and bravo for the great things you are doing to empower girls and empower yourself. I can see great leaders coming, upcoming great leaders. My question is, as we hear the issues that women and young girls are going through, this panel was about girls, empowering girls to eradicate or alleviate poverty. I know across the world we are not the same. In Africa, things are different. In different other parts of the world, things are different. What do you plan? What are your plans in having this message go cut across to the other parts of the continent or to the other parts of the world, so that we bring this message to be, or bring the girls to the level playground, or at least near level playground? The second question would be, what ages of girls are you looking at in this mission to empower and alleviate poverty? We know in Africa we have girls who drop out of school when they are still young and they get married. Those are young women who could do a lot of things, but because they are already handicapped, they are in homes, they are running families when they are young. These girls, the young girls who have dropped out of school and they are young mothers now, and those girls who are aspiring to be great leaders and they are in school. Bravo for the movement, and I wish that you bring it so that it becomes a global movement for girls to do what you are doing in order to have financial freedom for young girls and the young women. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you. Actually, we have many Girl Scouts here. Besides the three speakers, I think does anyone also want to respond to the question? If you any Girl Scouts?
That would be you guys.
Okay, and I also want to Vivian to contribute to the this question, and maybe on the policy or government side, how to combat the women's early marriage problem. So maybe the Zenith and Vivian.
Well, the question about early marriage, I consider it as violence against women. Forced and early marriage, I think young girls should have the opportunity to live their lives, grow up first, and then become adults and choose their path. And so that's, in fact, a direct link to fight poverty in order, one of the main causes of poverty is violence against women. That's not the only cause, but it's the main cause. It's the cause, and I don't know Africa so well, so I have to apologize, but in Europe, actually, homelessness, violence, single-parent households, all these issues related to poverty have major consequence. That's violence against women. So tackling the issue of violence against women, including early and forced marriage, is of course something that needs to be addressed everywhere in the world. So definitely, and I think also all these programs should be maybe, I wouldn't say exported, because every country has its own way to address those issues, and it should take, when we talk about marginalized communities, it's not only marginalized communities, it's also the way every country wants to address those issues and tackle all these problems, so it should have a basis, a national basis on how to deal with that. So I would say that's very important, and not only regarding financial literacy, but regarding women's rights in general and education in general.
So, I'm going to take it from here also, from Vivian.
So thank you for the question, and actually I'm going to mention that I'm from Africa too. So I'm from North Africa, and in Tunisia we have more than 40,000 girls who get forced to slavery since the age of 10 to go work for their whole life for wealthy families without getting any penny. So all these their salaries will go directly to their families, their parents, and eventually they're done. The only escape for them whether they find a rich man to marry and to escape this life, or to die in that house, and eventually they got violated. They got, sorry for the word, raped, and they are so small, so young, like 10 years. Actually, I'm gonna say you asked about what ages girls in guiding or scouting. All the ages, actually. We've got all the different levels of age, and every we'll say from 6 to 12 brownies and scouts, and from 13 till 17 guides and scouts, and after 18 rangers and rovers. So we have all the levels, and what's good about Scout is non-formal education. So it's the role actually of the leader. As for me, as a girl guide leader, my role is to influence each girl to be independent, to not be afraid to take a decision, to go through her dream. Okay, so it's a way of influencing girls and being by their side, so that even though they don't have confidence in their parents, or they are scared from their parents, that eventually comes to you, and they trust you, that they come to you and ask you about anything and take your advice. So you're their guide actually. So it's a way to support them. And to not to take them from that way of early marriages, etc. But it's not the only way, and governments from all over the globe should, I don't know how, but make a change and go straight to it. That's it.
Just want to add one little point to that, is that independence, being able to work and lead your own life, is also a way to be able to escape to trafficking of women, sexual exploitation, surrogacy, all these that find also their way through poverty, and I think that's also important, and I forgot to mention.
Like adding the questions, a little bit adding for the first question is how we make this movement international movements. Yeah, because Girl Scout is already an international movement. We have WACS, so WACS is our center organization. So they create a lot of different packs for the regional country. For example, Taiwan, we're in Asia Pacific, and GSUSA, they're in Western region, and also African region and European region. So when the pack spread out to different regions, the local troops, we will translate the material into the local language, and also adapt to, according to the cultures, so we'll adapt the pack, and we will teach our girls with those packs. So it's already the global movement because we have WACS, and there's also the stuff from WACS here, so maybe later you can ask more about it. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you to the panel, amazing hearing you all. I have a question mainly for Vivienne. You spoke a lot about mentorship and networking. That's an area I'm really passionate about. So I'm from Australia, and I really want to help girls empower girls from a young age. And what I see in my country is that the boys are really good at asking each other for opportunities, networking, going to events, and asking for the job on the spot. They're so confident, whereas the girls are really reserved, they're risk adverse, they don't want to ask each other for help. So I guess my question to you is, how can we help girls get more mentorship opportunities and teach them how to network? Thank you.
There are many different ways. One that I know best is, for instance, through what we did at the European Women's Lobby, is mentorship for women that want to get into politics. And so we took one member of parliament, and we took one young woman who wants to become a politician, be involved in politics, become a member of parliament or anything else, and walk with that person that would be a candidate on the list, for instance, and work with her for like 3-4 months to prepare the elections, introduce her, sit with her during the debate, teach her how to take the floor, not be shy, how to do advocacy, how to put forward, the aspiration and how to express it, because it's sometimes very difficult to take the floor, to express your ideas. Here they do it wonderfully, but it's not always the case. And so if you want to go into some kind of professional activity or into politics, it's very important to have someone that can lead the way to you. And that means really accompany you step by step for a little while. It's not only doing the networking, it's also doing the networking, but it's also really taking all the different aspects of the job or to-be job, maybe in politics, and really accompany that person to do that. It's already very difficult, even if you're a young woman and you are not mainstream with your idea, to take the floor when there are like tens and tens of people that do not share the core values you are defending, when there are some men that can be aggressive in the debates. So it's important to be able to learn how to take the floor, how to act, how to not to get impressed, and all this you can do by mentoring. And there are some mentorship programs that exist all over Europe. I don't know in other parts of the world, but all over Europe they exist. And I think, and that's why I really talked about that, because I think this is a really great way. I've done it with some younger girls, and I could see the evolution and the way that they could really grasp the insights of every part of the job, but also I saw them grow into it, and I think that's really essential. Yeah.
I'm sorry, is there not enough time?
So just it's a. Can we have a short question?
Yeah, it's a short question. Okay, cool. Kia ora tamatulava. My name is Latavia. I'm from the YWCA, all the way in New Zealand, so neighbours. We also run a really cool leadership program that empowers young women. And I've just got a question. You've got such a huge, amazing network across the world. And I'm just wondering if Girl Guides or Girl Scouts does anything with your alumni. I hear that you're a part of it in 2014. Would love to hear if alumni come back regularly or if there's a specific program and how is it working. Are you engaging people? We'd just love to hear a bit about it. Whakataitile lava, thank you.
Hello. Well, my name is Yvetta. I'm a staff member of the World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts. So basically we have 153 member organizations. These member organizations are the countries in the different parts of the world. So we have Taiwan as part of us, and Girl Scout USA is one of us, Tunisia is one of us, Barbados is one of us. So we have 153. Once you're in girl guiding, there's no alumni. You're always a girl guide, no matter where you go, because wherever you're in the world, you can find a group. And even, let's say, sometimes what happens is that girl guides start with us when they're very young. And then when they turn 18, 19, that they start university, maybe because their studies are very time-consuming, or they move to a different city and they couldn't find a group that resonated with them there, maybe you will lose them for a while. After they're 25 years old, usually they come back. So it's something that naturally happens, it's part of the cycle. Sometimes we have other girls that maybe they don't come back when they're 25, but then they are 30, 35, and they have kids, and they bring their kids to Girl Guiding because they know the values that they learn here and they want to continue that tradition with their girls. They want their girls to learn that. And I feel something that Guiding does really well, and they shared it. It's about non-formal education and empowering girls through self-confidence. So we have packages, different types of packages. One of the programs that really is inside my heart is Free of Being Me, which is a program based on body confidence and self-confidence for the girls. And we work this with girls, as they mentioned, from 5 years old until 18 years old. But once you're 18, if you're done with the program, let's say, you can always, you're part of the volunteer. So you become leader of your troop, leader of your unit. So it's a volunteer movement that it's circled. So we have from 5 years old until maybe 90 years old, I would say. Amazing women that with a lot of seniority and expertise that share with us and even come with us. Maybe they don't do the whole thing, the whole camp, the whole week with us, but maybe they'll come one afternoon to share that time with us. And so if you would like to connect at the end, of course, it's welcome.
Yeah, I can add up this because I studied abroad in the UK with my master's degree, and at that time I really cannot come out with the Girl Scouts of Taiwan, but I really want to join the local troop in the UK, and I was success actually, and I built a family over there. I become the unit helper in the UK, and I learned with it. I learned with the UK leaders. And that was the reason why I turned back to Taiwan, become the unit leader, because I was really truly inspired by the UK's leader, how do they treat their girls. And I also have a family over there. So when they have an event, when they go camping, they will say, "Hey, Lydia, come with me." So they always pick up me from the university and to whatever they was. So I don't know where I will go, but I know I'm safe because I'm with a bunch of very good women with me, and they take good care of me about 1 year. And after now, I still connect with them. So yeah, girls can really give me the network around the world.
Thank you. So I think that the time is up. So to wrap up the session, I would like each speaker to give us a soundbite in advocating women's and girls' financial literacy. So from the Lydia.
Okay, so start from me. I will say that I believe that Girl Scouts, the role of the non-formal education was truly crucial for the girls. And it do fill in the gap between our schoolwork, and I hope we can create a folklore world with the very diverse way. Also, we let our girls live by doing in the same space, and when they feel confidence, and they will start to voice out and advocate for themselves. And we will have a folklore world to come soon. Okay.
My last remark is there's this famous quote by a baseball player, and it's about baseball, but I think it would be for whatever. And it's 90% mental, the other half is physical. So I think for financial literacy, it's all about where do you want to be. It's all about what you want to do and what's your mindset about it. And the next part is actually going through with it and trying new things like that.
So for me, I will just simply say, take action. Don't just think about it, but speak out. Don't just dream about ideas and have ideas, but no, take action through that. Take the initiative. Go through your goal. And there's a calling, there's this quote actually. Behind every great woman is a great woman. So when you take action, there's another great woman that will come after you and start from where you start. And will go through and thrive at the end. Thank you.
I just want to say that women are the majority of the population, and we are done with being a political, economic, and a social minority. We want a feminist world, so go girls.
So through this passionate discussion, we come to a conclusion that developing financial literacy program and the mentorship is important for girls and young women, and especially mitigating the women's poverty problem. So together, we have to continue on the advocacy campaign that empower girls and women and pave the way for more inclusive and empowered future. Thank you all for your participation. Thank you.
So thank you everyone for coming.